It's the emotional fatigue, it's the physical fatigue, it's the grind of the season fatigue. And when you're not winning, obviously, that's the frustration fatigue.
It's been a tough stretch. We have to control what we can control.
We'll figure out, what we can do to be more successful. It's going to take a little time.
Where do you think the struggles are coming from the most?
No, honestly, I'm not even sure. We got to find a way to get back and win college and go from there.
So the Lakers, they're just 3-8 since winning the in-season tournament thanks to a bottom third defense that's giving up the most made three-pointers in the league at this time. But they have a real opportunity here, right? They can get back on track in January. They kick off a 5-game homestand tonight on ESPN against the Heat.
Part 2 of the Lakers struggles here.
At Crypto.com Arena. So, Mr. Whitman, LeBron James is now 39 years old. He's playing at an all-NBA level.
Yes,
Anthony Davis is playing some of the best basketball of his career, right? Averaging like 30 and 10 over his last 10 games with the Lakers. They're still the definition of an average team, though. So what needs to happen for LA to get back?
Hello, Rob Pelinka. Are we going back to where we were last year? They're not good enough. How about that old-fashioned answer? The Lakers aren't good enough. Not in this Western Conference. You have just the difference between last year and this. Minnesota and Oklahoma City alone make it different. So the Lakers are he's going to have to do this again. I don't know that you can remake. And so you can come to me, I'm going to go straight to Woj to ask, Woj, are we talking a one-player move here? Are we talking a remake? What can Rob Pelinka do for a second consecutive pre-trade deadline move?
Well, last year it was multiple players, and they built out their depth and their versatility. And I think ultimately it's probably that again. I don't know that one player is out there who puts them necessarily over the top. You look at the depth with the teams they're trying to beat in Denver, the rising teams in Oklahoma City, certainly Minnesota. But I think this is a team, and who's available? Who's going to be available, and what assets do you have to trade? And I know people bring up, certainly Zach LaVine a lot. He'll be back from his injury soon.
I know last year we were the 7th seed.
We have a world where paying 3 max level
Hopefully this year we can crack the top
it
6.
makes it really different to have a roster around them. You've seen that in Phoenix. They're really threading the needle here with the Lakers. But 11 of their next 12 at home, they might feel a lot different about themselves by the end of this month, and maybe what exactly it is they need than how they view it right now coming off, a couple tough road trips.
I mean, they've been gone forever. Like, they just have not been
All
home.
first half of the season.
The whole first half. It's going to get better just being at home. But why did they win last year after the trade deadline? Because their defense got really good. And you just put that graphic up, they're 21st in defense. That's not how you win. And they've made changes to that starting lineup to just emphasize defense. They've tried to put their defensive stalwarts in there, and it hasn't necessarily translated on the court yet. Rui Hachimura started last game, injured his calf, and then they put Austin Reeves in there for the second half. But I think they just need to get back to what they did well last year after the trade deadline, which was play defense.
Well, I think they were banking on, though, doing that with this same group, and potentially that isn't working out up till this point. So if they don't make a move, Perk, what is the ceiling for this group?
First round exit. They don't have a choice. They have to make a move. The Lakers are too slow. Speed.
Pick up the pace.
And we last year, we took for granted what Dennis Schroeder brought to the table. Okay, he's gone. They basically
Losing Schroeder was huge.
He's been unhealthy. D'Angelo Russell, he's too slow. Them characteristic dumb turnovers he have. But here's the thing. I know a lot of people, we look at Zach LaVine, and he hasn't had his best run in the Chicago Bulls uniform, especially with the money that he's been paid, but he also hasn't been under LeBron James' wing. And when you look at a guy like Kyrie Irving hasn't been the same since he left LeBron.
Right.
But when he was with LeBron, we were seeing the best version of Kyrie Irving. Not only being box office, but actually winning games, competing for championships. And it goes the same for a guy like J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. Like, when you get in that locker room with LeBron James, your mindset changes. Your mentality changes. Hell, we saw it with
Mamba mentality.
Last year. He's been working out with Braun. A team like the Washington Wizards gave up on. So I still believe that they got to make that move to get faster at the guard perimeter position. knowing that you got to go
Yeah,
against
remember.
the De'Aaron Fox, knowing that you got to go against the SGA, knowing that you got to go against the Jamal Murray, knowing that they have so many fast guards in the West, they got to do something.
Well, you brought up Zach LaVine, so let's talk a little bit more about him. He, as you mentioned, Billy Donovan said he's expected to be back
Yeah,
on setbacks
well,
next week. What can you tell us? What
I mean, we were the 7th seed last season, and we got to the
This is what Chicago needs from Zach